Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing a request by Gen Z Eduardo, or Serpentman as he once went by. But we are going to be doing the 2000 election with John McCain versus Al Gore. As well, this was very likely as John McCain came in second in the Republican primary in 2000. So, frick it, let's just hop in. So what you see are here the states that have not flipped for 16 years. Or since 1984. So for the Democrats, they only have Minnesota and D.C. And for Republicans, they got Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, all of Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, and North Carolina. All these states have not flipped since 1984, my bad. And all these states were won over 10 by Bush in the general in 2000. So we got nothing to worry about. And so let's continue on the map. Some of these states will be safe for Gore no matter what. Like the West Coast, that'll be safe. Excuse me. Illinois will be safe, in my opinion. Oh, God, I gotta sneeze. Oh, God. I'm sorry. The New England states, those will be safe as well. Not Rhode Island. I don't think Rhode Island will be safe, considering Chaffee is on the ticket. Why did it do that? I think Maine second district. Yeah, I think it'll be safe as well. All of Maine will be safe. A lot of people are gonna hate me for that, aren't they? And Hawaii will be safe. Some states that I think will be safe for McCain. Montana will end up being safe. Fight me. Let's see here. I think West Virginia will end up being safe, and that'll be it. So, let's start filling out these maps. Whoa. Okay, so, Nevada, I think that'll go to McCain by a likely margin. Oh, God. It's weird. I wish my logo was here. Guess not. Okay, style. I don't want style. Chart lanes. I thought I did this. Okay, I don't know why. Anyway, Nevada will be likely. Gore won it. McCain is a weaker candidate than Bush was, and I think Gore won it by 4 to 5. I think he'd get up in over 5 this time, but I do think McCain will win Arizona by likely margin. Arizona's never been a safe state for Republicans, even though McCain is very popular in Arizona. He'll win it by 9. Bush won it by 6, and I think McCain will do better in the state of Arizona. Now, I do think that McCain, just by this, will win both New Mexico and Colorado. I think he'll be closer in Colorado, but he'll end up winning Colorado and New Mexico. Actually, Bush won Colorado, so I think he would be able to keep it in the Republican column, probably by 1 to 2 points, but I think he'll win New Mexico roughly the same. Now, Iowa, I do think Gore will end up winning it by a likely margin. I'm going to keep Missouri as an unknown for right now. I'll come back to it later. I do think that Arkansas, Louisiana will be likely. Gore had that Clinton factor behind him, and of course, Clinton had won all these states across the board, so I think it'll be close, as well as good old Georgia. Now Virginia really didn't like the whole, didn't like McCain. Go back and see, Bush won the primary, but again, since 2000, Virginia has only voted for the establishment candidate or Bush, who is also very establishment. So I do think that Al Gore will win the state by a lean margin. He'll win it by 2 to 3, of course. Now let's talk about the Rust Belt. The Rust Belt, I do think, will stay in his column. I think it'll all go to him by a likely margin, except Pennsylvania. I think Pennsylvania will be a bit more competitive, considering Al Gore was more Rust Belt friendly than McCain was, and the fact that Bill Clinton has done really well for the economy, especially for the Rust Belt's economy. I think they'll be like, hey, this guy was the president's vice president, so let's just throw him up there. Let's vote for him, something like that. Now I do think McCain. Scratch that. I think Gore will narrowly hold the state of Ohio, he'll win it by less than 1, but not fucking Florida less than 1. Jesus Christ. Kentucky, Tennessee, that'll be likely as well. These states were pretty damn competitive back in 2000, and I think they'll be competitive once again, just not by much. McCain will have him above 5 very easily as well. Now I do think McCain will narrowly hold the state of Florida. Yes, they will narrowly hold the state of Florida. Al Gore has won the presidency. Shocker. Who would have guessed that? I fucking didn't. Just kidding, I did. But, I think McCain would have won it by 0.003. I think recounts would have happened much longer than this. But I do think McCain will go and eventually win the fucking state. But that's just how it is. Rhode Island, I do see going to McCain by a lean margin. I think it's because it'll be most likely because of Lincoln Chaffee. Chaffee is very popular in the state. He was very popular in 2000. He still is to this day. I think he was less popular than he is now, but I still think he'll be able to win the state of Rhode Island. Just narrowly. He'll win it by 1 or 2, but that's about it. Al Gore will narrowly hold Arizona. And whoever the Republican candidate is in 2004, let's say it's either Alan Keyes or Mike Huckabee, they would be the one to flip New Hampshire come 2020, I'm sorry, 2004. I'm sorry, I'm thinking 2020 because that's all I talk about is 2020, because that's all the videos I do. I don't usually do these alternate anymore because I got to 2020 in my mind. Okay, now, Missouri. I think McCain is such a bad candidate in it, and Bush only won it by 4 to 6, so I think that is where Al Gore will end up winning in this scenario. He'll win it by around 3, but that's the map. That is everything. Al Gore has won the election 310 to 227. Now, Gen Z, Eduardo, Serpentman, throw another one at me. I love doing these things. I love doing these alternate histories. It's so fun. So beautiful. It's great. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Missouri's the red state. Or some people are, Island state is the red, blue state. And then some people will be like, Florida is going to Gore if you say McCain's the weaker candidate. And I say that because Florida usually does that. It usually votes for the opposite candidate after 2 years of a president. Like, here's an example. They went for Obama for 2 years. Then it flipped to Trump. Voted for Bush 2 years. Went for Obama. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Catic one saying peace. Just for those wondering what a complete map looks like, there you go. That's the complete map. Merry Christmas.